It's a big day here today. The fish delivery truck will be here any minute. I can't wait. Let's get started.
Hitting that like and subscribe button really helps our channel. Thank you.
So your bass, bluegill, red ear, and hybrid bluegill all together. I have your minnows and grass carp in bags in the front there. And I'll net them out and show them to you before I shoot them in there.
Okay.
So there's your little bass, bluegill, red ear, right there.
Now, how do I identify a red ear?
So let me get these back in the water here. It's easier when they're bigger. You can kind of see the red ear, but they're more speckled.
Okay.
Your bluegill will just have more straight lines going down.
Okay.
If you kind of see that.
Yeah.
And then your hybrid, they're pretty easy to tell. So they have yellow on
verticals.
Yep.
More vertical stripes.
Yep, and they have yellow on their stomach also.
Okay.
Yep. And then obviously you know the
bass.
largemouth. Yep.
So they're all mixed in there together?
Yep, yep. And you probably can't see much in there since it's pond water, but
got 75 largemouth, 225 2 to 3 inch bluegill, 75 red ear, and 60 hybrid bluegill in this first batch, all right?
So what's hybrid about them?
Yeah, what are they, how does that work? What's hybrid about the hybrid bluegill?
so your hybrid bluegill, they'll grow a little bit faster, get just a little bit bigger than your regular bluegill. Yeah. And they're just a cross between a female green sunfish and a male straight bluegill.
Oh, okay.
Are we ready?
We're ready. Well, you're just gonna shoot them out of this pipe?
Yep.
Oh, like really shoot them out.
Yeah.
Okay, they're going for
Ready?
a ride, yeah. You can see one or two coming out once in a while.
Yeah, truck's not at the best angle either.
So we had heard that you're supposed to acclimate them to our pond water. Is that?
So these are already in pond water. A lot of times if you acclimate them, it does more harm than good. It just puts more stress on the fish.
Okay.
So if you're within about 10 degrees, it's just fine. A lot of people haul them in like well water or something. That's quite a bit different temperature, but.
Okay. So these came out of a pond in Indiana at a very similar temperature.
Yep.
Oh, there went a whole bunch.
Is this a new pond then? Or?
Yep. There was some semblance of a pond here before, but we dug the whole thing out.
Cool.
And rebuilt it.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah.
So there's some in there.
Yeah. The truck's kind of at a bad angle, so I'm just getting what didn't go out to shoot there.
Now those are all gone. They're like not having any idea where they are.
I'll dump these in kind of slow so you can get it.
And then they mostly stayed right there. Interesting.
Once they figure out where they're at.
Yeah,
Kinda
now
take off.
they're taking off. I hope we can see them with this camera.
I imagine you'll be able to. These are our fathead minnows.
So those are just your feeder fish, just kind of keep your.
Those are grass carp there.
Yep.
They're pretty big
Yeah.
compared.
Yeah, we always like to get them up pretty good size since they are a little bit more expensive, so you don't want to be paying for more food fish, you know.
Right. There's one went belly up.
Yeah, you'll have a few of these. These are a little bit eggy and on the tender side right now. We always, like I said, we always throw in a few extras just in case.
Okay, here goes the big ones.
Now, what will these grass carp eat? Will they eat all that stuff that we've got there?
Yeah, so actually your grass carp, they prefer stuff rooted from bottom, so pretty much all that stuff out there, they should help keep it under control anyway. So.
Okay.
And it looks like it's a deeper pond too.
It's 12 foot. There's a 60-foot circle that's 12 foot.
Yeah. So
And
for that size
it's
pond,
pretty
that's pretty
steep.
deep, yeah.
There he goes.
Yeah, look at him go.
Yeah.
Will we see them again?
Yeah, so actually like in the middle of summer months, especially when they get good size, they'll kind of get loafing across the top of the water, so you'll see them, especially with how clear your water is.
Yeah, so the water is really clear, but we are seeing some algae. The grass carp aren't going to do much for the algae, right?
They will some, but like I said, they prefer stuff rooted from bottom, so they're
Yeah.
going to work on that first, and then your floating algae and stuff like that, they'll kind of get that.
Now, are those carp going to muddy up the water much?
Nope, they shouldn't at all, especially no more than what you got in there. I wouldn't worry about anything like that.
Okay. Those bass will be like 3 pound by the end of the week, right?
Yeah. I would say this time next year, you'll be able to, catch them with a hook and a pole, but I mean, they're not going to have much any size to them. They'll be up pushing a pound or so.
Now, I assume this fathead minnow here, he just got a problem that he's happened to be right on the surface? Or is he just wanting to be?
He might eventually go down.
Yeah, it looks like maybe he is.
Just trying to figure things out, probably.
Now, is there any chance of them being able to reproduce?
Yeah, so your fathead minnows will reproduce up to every 3 weeks in the summer months, as long as they don't get eaten first, which since there's no other fish in there, you should get at least one. I would think you should get at least one more yet this year.
Oh, even with those little guys?
Yeah, yep. So they won't get much bigger than that anyways.
Okay, so some of those are mature enough to spawn.
Oh yeah, yep.
And this grass should actually help them, right?
Oh yeah, that'll provide cover for them and everything else. So
I can see some fish down in there.
Is the fuzz that he called it algae we see on the plants, is that a problem?
no, I mean, it can become a problem, but as of right now, it's not hurting anything. And come wintertime when get ice over or colder months, all that should pretty much die off. And hopefully come next spring, those grass carp can kind of keep up with it and help keep it down.
Okay. There's a whole school of them now.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a monumental time, I would say, for the pond.
All the hard work of building it, creating it. Now we can finally have some fish to come out and feed and watch.
Yeah, he told me not to feed them, so you know what I'm going to do.
Oh yeah.
We do have a little bit of algae forming, and so we're going to have to talk to Natural Waterscapes to make sure we handle that appropriately.
Yeah.
I have used the Pond Cleanse and the Metaflock that they sent, and of course we keep the color up appropriately as well. And we're still getting a little algae, so we're going to have to ask them what we need to do about that. Now, he said they wouldn't pay any attention. Let's see if they do. So far, I think he's right. I'll put some right out there on that school. They just scattered. Hey, did I see one go for it?
I think we did. That would be the Fat Albert of the...
It's Fat Albert. Hey, they're going after it a little bit.
That you just scattered them.
Look at them. They're coming up there for it. Well, there's one. There's two.
Yeah. I don't think they think it's feeding time though.
Nope, they're not paying much attention to it. We had a lot of advice from folks online to say that we needed to do the bait fish first and not put any bass in this season. And that's what I thought we would do. But this particular fishery said, don't worry about it, put them all in at the same time. Now the bass that they sent are smaller than the bluegill that they sent, so maybe that has something to do with it, right? Those bass are really not big enough to eat the bluegill yet anyway, so maybe that's the whole point of the minnows, maybe have something for them to eat yet this fall. But that's what we chose to do. If you guys have a different thought, let's hear it in the comments section below. What do you think about this mix?
Exciting times.
Yep, I'm expecting to catch a 5-pound bass out of there next week, Christy.
He told you it would be next year before you could even, and they only be around a pound. So, sorry.
I didn't like that answer.
I know, what are you gonna do? Feed them filet mignon?
I don't know if they would eat that or not. We could try it.
Don't think so.
Bass, red ear, bluegill, hybrid bluegill,
Yeah. Grass carp.
2, and fathead minnows.
Let's hope they all grow. Let's hope tomorrow morning they're not all floating.
Right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim. From that time on, Jesus began to preach, "Repent, for the kingdom of heaven has come near." As Jesus was walking beside the Sea of Galilee, he saw 2 brothers, Simon, called Peter, and his brother Andrew. They were casting a net into the lake, for they were fishermen. "Come, follow me," Jesus said, "and I will send you out to fish for people." At once they left their nets and followed him.
I think he's right. No use to waste it. I know, I would
You're
want...
the one that overfeeds the cats. Let me overfeed my fish.